Hey, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you, wherever the hell you might be in this mud ball we call Earth. Elton McFall here, aka Retro Old School, on a gorgeous day. Today being Tuesday, May 18th, 2020. I'm gonna start the video off with scrap. But since I know my surroundings, we're not too far from my place. I know it's not a 29 or 30,000, which means 2009 or 2010. Those are the fucking worst. I know I had a day where I took like 4 of those in one day in La Salle, Verdun. Holy fucking shit, piece of garbage. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's such a gorgeous day today. You would think there was nothing wrong with the world, eh? You would think there was nothing wrong with our current life. But, well, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Here we are on Sherbrooke Street East, la rue Sherbrooke-Est. Et pour les abonnés en français, il y aura une autre vidéo en français, une marche en français bientôt, je sais pas quand est-ce. I was just saying to my French subscribers, there'll be another video sometime in French only. Look, that's a bell truck, isn't it? Yeah. Well, where are we at? Sherbrooke and what? Nicolet? Probably should look at it the other way, eh? You're lucky actually you're seeing this, because the past few days I have been fucking wiped out. I've been so tired because I was so out and about recently. You know, like that one day I just mentioned where I took the 4 scraps. Fuck, that day alone I was in Verdun, and then I went into La Salle, then La Chine, and like, you know, that was like one day, you know, and then there was another day, a day later, the day after that, I don't remember, I went to the South Shore, and it all caught up to me. I mean, oh, fuck, fire trucks responding. Now they're responding. Shit, I was just down there. I was right near Station 48, because the street below this is Hochelaga. Ah, crap. Call this. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I was so not well. I was feeling so shitty the past few days. I had a headache, a slight headache, just fatigue. There, he's responding big time. I thought actually that I had COVID-19, you know, and I thought, oh my God, like, you know, today would be like the 5th day of having a headache practically. I figured this will be the worst day, you know, and that the fever will really kick in and, you know, all that bullshit. But no, actually the headache's gone down. Actually, I think one of the culprits also to my malaise, especially the fucking headache, actually comes down to the placement of my computer, my table in my living room. As you know, one of the shittiest aspects of my apartment, apart from it being too dark, is the floors are all crooked. So when you're sitting at a computer, you got to be leveled. Your head has to be level. So basically, I'm like, I have my head leaned in too much, too forward. As we say in French, c'est de la merde. So I'm gonna have to fucking change that again. I have to change that again, and then fuck, I hate it. Next year I'm a dot, I'm gone. Maybe I'll even fucking break the goddamn lease somewhere halfway in between and fucking give up on it, and I don't know. I kind of feel like it, you know? Even though moving is a big pain in the ass, costs a fortune, there's, you know, stress involved with it. You don't know what your neighbor's gonna be like, the landlord, the building, you know? I'm just fucking... Whoa, major flat tire on that truck. Whoa, I've never seen that before. That cube truck's got a flat. What the hell? Canpar, by the way, means Canadian parcel. That's a pretty old parcel company. That's a weird ass primer gray on this fucking Subaru. Yeah. And I was just walking along earlier before I started filming, and I was next to this park, and I was humming myself or singing myself this song that I like by wait, what was his name? Billy Stewart. And this song, it was actually introduced by an ex-friend of mine, and this song goes, sitting in the park, waiting for you. Yes, I'm sitting right here, waiting for you, my dear, to come along. I used to live in an apartment that had an entrance with a roof like that, and it was on Du Chalet Street. And chalet is French for cottage, you know. And by the way, yeah, that song I was just singing, that wasn't Billy Stewart's biggest hit. His biggest hit was actually Summertime. A summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, don't you know, my darling? Straight up through the sky, la la. Brilliant, fucking brilliant music. I saw this young guy go by before. He's fucking looking at his phone the whole fucking time. Not even watching where he's going. Don't give a fuck. Goddamn fucking phones, you know? Why does everything have to have a price? I did a walking video here. What street is this again? I'm trying to remember. I know I did a walking video from here to up there. On Joliette. Yeah, Joliette. And of course down that way, as I mentioned in the video, block down there is Métro Joliette. Metro station. So anyway, I'm taking my time, taking it slow. I'm staying in the area today because, again, I don't want to overdo it like I did last week because I'm still on medications. That's one of the reasons why I felt lousy. But of course, the problem is with me is that with my shitty apartment is that if I stay too inactive too long, like I have mostly in the past few days, I feel like I start to get rusty, you know, like you kind of like feel like getting better, but you're not. So I have to get out and stretch and get a little walking done. I already feel a bit better. I don't feel fantastic, but you know, just take it slow this week there and see how things go. Anyway, come to think of it, it's just supposed to be beautiful like this all week, which is, I find almost unheard of this time of year. It just shows that it's like summertime creeping along, and that truck sounds good, you know? So yeah, like I was telling my mom and my friend the other day, I love those clouds. It looks like smoke from a cigarette or a cigar or something. It's that one of my new dreams now is to really it's to own one of these little houses that were built in World War II. You know, single level, very small. That's it. That's my new dream. I mean, I'd love to have an old car. I've always dreamt about having an old car for, you know, like ever since I've owned one 20 years ago. But it's unrealistic. I mean, what's more important, my sanity and being comfortable at home, or some old fucking car that I wouldn't even be able to drive legally anyway? Boy, that crow is really crowing around, eh? Rah! What movie does that remind you of? Haha. That's fucking stupid. What do you need to make a turn signal that makes that noise for? Oh, look at this. Did you see that? Did you see that? Well, it's a good attempt to make a boring car look interesting anyway, eh? So, well, I'm also walking this way too with a purpose. I'm heading towards the CP train line. I'll see if once again I can get lucky there and film a train, but I don't know, man. They because of the fucking coronavirus, like a lot of businesses, CP has really gotten the cutback also on shipments. So I don't even think there's a train at 12:30 anymore like there used to be. You know, I figure maybe it'll come earlier, but whatever. I figure after that I'll just go home. So, well, on the upside, I'm still selling quite a lot of stuff on Kijiji there. I even sold an old toy truck I had today for 30 bucks, which was cheap considering I had repainted the whole thing in detail, and you know, but yeah, I still got to get around to that. I got to do a video. I had an idea to do a video where it just shows stuff I haven't even listed yet, you know, like just go through this huge pile because I've been so busy, you know, trying to stay at home and keep busy at home that I just like just gave these guys a salute there. I just been taking apart magazines and taking out ads out of magazines, and so I figured I got to do that soon and show some of you guys. Maybe you'll be interested in something, you know, and something for cheap. I mean, a lot of stuff is like what, $3 to $5 an ad, maybe a little bit more if it's something I feel it's worth more than that, because it's older, or depending on the subject matter, you know. Whoa, check out that camper. Oh, check out that Cadillac. Beautiful piece of junk. But look at that camper, wow. I hate those fucking Mercedes Sprinters, but I gotta admit, that's funky. I mean, you know, there's exceptions to the rule, you know, really. I wonder if that guy was thinking I was talking to my camera. But unfortunately, as I mentioned before, I've had yet to see practically any oldies driving around my area. And again, once again, unfortunately, it's a sign because of why? Because of two reasons. Because there's too many cars in this area. That's one. And oh my God, bite my lip, look at this. There's a Citroën de Chevaux. Ah, bite my lip. Ah, that's hilarious. This is probably an early 80s model. Look, the guy even fucking painted a rainbow on it. That's neat. Let's get a ground view of her. Hey! Fuck! Sounds like a sewing machine. I'm kidding. It sounds like a lawnmower. But I like them. It's just a classic. It's just your classic, iconic French car. That's what it is. Hey, that reminds me. I had this really nice cat come by to my place yesterday. It looked like John Lennon. Young guy. He bought my 1938 Peugeot ad, and the way he kept saying "car," it was kind of like a Northeast U.S. accent. But I told him, I was like, "You're from the Maritimes, eh?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm from Halifax." I'm like, "Oh, I knew it. Yeah, man," because the way he said "car," he says, "Look at the car." It's interesting. It's funny. The more I'm out, the more I feel better. See, why can't I feel like that at my place? Sitting in the park waiting for you. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Yes, I'm sitting right here waiting for you, my dear. You don't see many benches painted that color, you know. Temperature is probably about 16 degrees Celsius right now. I think that was Davidson. I think that's the beginning of Same Shell. Or Same Shell starts at Rachel Street, because Rachel Street's the next street. Yeah. I love those old awnings. Hey, look at that. Aren't they beautiful? Such a charm to them. Whoa, darling, please believe me, I'll never do you no harm. Believe me when I tell you, I will never do you no harm. Ain't boss means dead end. Or a cul-de-sac, anyway. Hey, there's a weeping willow. That reminds me of another song. Weeping willow, don't you cry. The sunny days and it's brightness, it's the blue skies, and the leaves blooming. It's infectious. It's infectious. Look at this. Wow. I can't imagine how many fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars just one of these places goes for, eh? Like that one right there. What? Seeing a lot more of these Chargers and the new colors. Actually, that looks like that could be the one that I'd filmed broadcasting a distancing warning announcement recording on what was it again? It was at this park on Delormier in Ontario. Yeah, it was pretty weird, pretty strange. But as John Lennon would say, strange days indeed. Most peculiar, mama. Because nobody told me there'd be days like these. Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Strange days indeed. Most peculiar, mama. You want me to walk backwards? I'll walk backwards. Hey, I just, can you believe that? Hey, I was saying, oh, I haven't seen any old cars, and there's a fucking Citroën de Chevaux. Hilarious, which I've probably seen, I don't know how many times as it is. They actually made that car, no joke, from like, oh my god, they made, no joke, this particular car without practically changing anything from, I think, 1948 or 49 or something like that, up until, like, no joke, I think 84 or 83, 82. Incredible. It had a longer lifespan of production than a fucking Checker. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to see an oldie parked around here somewhere, though. Actually, that could have been the same Citroen I'd even made a video of in Point St. Charles. It had that same blue, I think. Yeah. Oh, look at this poor tree, though, eh? It's a really weird-looking old tree, which doesn't seem to be growing any leaves. It looks like it's going to have to be cut down, unfortunately. It's got the tree disease. I never remember the fucking name of what it's called, either. On top of that. It's too bad. To have a time machine, eh? Come back here, 1967 or whatever other years around there. You know? Look how this house doesn't fit with the scheme of things. This 50s built house. That looks more like a house you would see in like Hampstead, Côte St. Luc. You know? But I like this though, there's not too many people around here, it's good. I don't like it anymore when there's a lot of crowds. I haven't been a fan of crowds in years, but there's certain places you'll go, there's too many people, period. Jesus Christ, especially on, where was I, Saturday, walking around there? Before I saw those cops playing that distancing recording, a warning to these people in the park, there was where was I? Was at, fuck, I was at a park, 1 street west of Iberville. And I couldn't believe the fucking people there. It almost looked like Woodstock, for Christ's sake. It was crazy how many people were there. There's Petit Fontaine. If only summer could last longer, eh? Even though, unfortunately, it does have certain irritants. Like, for example, it's going to get real hot by the end of the week. I think 27, 28 degrees. I don't even have my air conditioners in yet. Then it gets really hot in my apartment. And, of course, in some other countries, air conditioning is a luxury, eh? But even this morning, this guy was going with this fucking grinder there. I could hear, rah, rah, and then the other is an electric sander, and oh, Christ almighty. It's so fucking loud. It's so annoying. Then you got to close one of the windows, and it gets warm. Ah, Jesus, I'm telling you, there's one good thing. That's what I was telling the guy yesterday. They came over, the guy looked like John Lennon, his name was Joseph. I said, man, at least in the winter, you know, like, okay, winter sucks, but you got all the fucking windows closed. And there's nothing to, that's a really old place there. You got all the windows closed, there's no, you know, no nuisances there. You know? I've done a walking video actually here once last summer, but it was going that way, walking eastwardly. I didn't really say where we're going right now. Now we're walking westerly, or sort of like southwesterly. A couple of intriguing things coming up here. As number one is this restaurant here has got this replica of a boat coming up here, and then after that there's this Mercury Sable. Okay, that was weird. The camera just like stopped recording, and not just stopped recording, it shut off. There's that Mercury Sable. Probably doesn't run, it never moves. I like how there's a bit of a Jaguar XJS look to it, eh? If you know the car I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway, now we're heading towards the CP line there. There's this shopping center here with a Canadian Tire. Fuck, I should go to that Canadian Tire actually. I was thinking about, I want to see if I could, what kind of, oh no, that's not what I want to do actually. So I was thinking about getting some spray paint for my next model. Look at that, there's that old Dodge I used to be parked on Ontario Street. Ugliest fucking van you could ever see. It's amazing it still exists. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, if I was rich, I'd be like, dude, here's, are you a nice guy? Talk to him for a while, see if he's real, see if he's poor. And say, yeah, here's $5,000, get that thing painted. Get it fucking painted. You know? That's a nice old bike. A couple of nice old bikes, actually. And yeah, here in this city, like other cities, it seems like there is a record amount of motorcycles more than ever because it's very simple. It's very easy to park them. They don't take any space. It costs peanuts to run. But the funny thing is that now it costs a fucking fortune just to plate them and insure them. That's what I find mind-boggling. I guess people justify fucking plating and spending $800, $1,000 or more on plating a motorcycle by saving money on gas, I suppose, I reckon. You know? So, we're going to be finishing this walk here in a couple of minutes. La Rue Léry. Finishing at the CP train line. I'm going to have to take a piss once again, bad timing. Because I'm sure the bathroom here in the McDonald's is probably not open. A lot of businesses don't have their bathrooms open, but I know actually a place I can go take a piss like I did 2 days ago. I was here 2 days ago. Once again, trying to see if I can film a CP, but there's even less of them now than before, than ever, I should say, ever. If I can go back, I'm sure 30 years ago or even more, there must be fucking tons. Tons! Oh, that reminds me. I'm glad I mentioned this, since some of you follow my videos a lot. I found this picture online. I was looking up the old MUCTC commuter trains, okay? You know the ones there before AMT, like the ones with the F7, F unit locomotives, you know, they were the two-tone blue and they had the white stripes with the white arrow. And I found this picture is great, it's perfect. I saved it. I want to do a painting of it sometime in the near future. And then, oh my god, it smells like tar hose and big time. And also, but I found another one. And the picture was taken near Ontario Street of a freight leaving, and the lead locomotive was one of those MUC or whatever CTC-UM locomotives. Go figure. That was really weird. Like somebody wrote, must have come out from the Angus shops when they were still operating, still open and fixing shit. So that's it, guys. That's it. If you appreciate what I do and you want to spare a few bucks as a gratuity, you want to send me something, I would very much appreciate it. My email is eltonmcfall, Elton like Elton John, McFall, M-C-F-A-L-L, McFall, @hotmail.com. And you can send that through PayPal or in Interactive Transfer in Canada. You can check me out on Patreon, but I've only got like 3-4 patrons. And oh, great, terrific! I come here and it smells, and they're doing the fucking roof somewhere, so now it smells like fucking tar. Well, that's just fucking great. How long will it take for me to get cancer standing here? Fuck! Terrific. That's just great. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. Adios. Bye bye.